welcome back to my channel. Today's video we are doing this makeup look, so you are going to see me go into a catfish. Yeah, this is my go-to glam at the minute. I've mentioned all the products that I love and can't do my makeup without. If you do want to see how I got this look, please keep watching. I have got the ring light on and I have got my natural light as well to try and get this like as much as realistic as possible. I'm going to try not to do too much of a talky video and just get straight into it. The first thing I always do is my brows. I'm very lazy lately with my brows, literally since having them laminated. So I literally tint my eyebrows like once a week, twice a week, depending on how much I'm going to wear makeup. So just because I'm lazy and I don't want to fill them in anymore, and I like the more natural looking brow than I do. Like, I used to really overfill them, whereas now I do them more natural. I use this NYX Precision Brow Pencil in the shade Espresso, and I'll just add in a few little strokes where it looks a bit bland. But no, I don't have hard pressure or nothing. Pretty boring, aren't they, eyebrows? I just use the Last Imperfection Collection Concealer in the lightest shade. And this is where I'll just go under my eyes. And I do my eyeshadow base with this also. I haven't cleaned my brushes, so don't judge me. Just a little flat top brush, and then I'll just underline with the concealer. I get ready once a week in quarantine. Like, in the week, I literally, even not in quarantine to be honest, if you know me, you know, in the week, I literally don't even bother with makeup. I just get up and go, like I'm just one of them people. Yeah, there we go. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. And then to blend in my concealer, I'm just going to use a flat brush. And I'm just going to set my base with a little bit of translucent powder. Literally just pick it up out of the cap, just a little bit, and pop that on my lid. So I've been using the Dare to Be Different palette by HMB Cosmetics, and it is just beautiful. It is quite new actually, and I haven't played around with too much of the colour, but I literally just use these two brown shades here and a bit of concealer and my eye looks done. So I'm going to be literally dipping between rich and chocolate. So I'll do one eye on camera, and just picked up a little bit of that rich shade, and you heard me dusting it off. And what I do is literally just go in my crease with this, but bring it out to the side of my face as well. Literally, I'll just go back and forth with this, just making sure I blend it out. Probably should have cleaned my brushes, I'm not going to lie to you. It's more of like a tapered brush, and I'm just going to take chocolate, but I'm literally taking the tiniest bit because I don't want it dark. I'm just going to run that through the crease just for a little bit of definition. I've got quite hooded eyes, so I have to like try and create a crease somehow so that they don't look as hooded. I'm just going to do a tiny bit more of chocolate. And then I'm just going to get a huge, massive buffing brush and just go over that just to make sure the colours are blended into each other and there's no harsh lines. I'm just going to carve out my crease with the same Last Imperfection concealer. I'm just going to put my crease where I want it because I don't have one. Right, there we are. So I do stop it just before I get to the end because that's where I'm going to put a bit darker to kind of smoke it out. I just use like one of these, I don't even know, packing on brushes, and I just push that concealer in. And then I was trying for ages to find my like a perfect lid shade, but I just like the way the concealer looks. So again, I'm just taking a bit of translucent powder and just going to pat over that even, just to set that concealer in. It's like a perfect nude shade once it's set. And then again, just going in with the little bit more tapered brush and the chocolate shade, I'm just going to go around the outside. I do take it quite low into my corner here. Probably use too much brown now. Great. And I've got to just put a bit of chocolate in this inner corner here. making it look chalky. I'm just going to go back in with Rich just to clean up that mess I've just made. Back to that big fluffy blending brush, and I'm going to pick up a bit of MAC Give Me Sun just to blend this out a little bit more with a bit of a warm shade. I'm literally just going over everything. And that is literally all I do for the eye. So I'm just going to pop off camera and do the other eye, and I'll be back in 2 minutes. So looking crazy. I'm just going to go into lashes. What I'll start by doing for my lashes, curling my eyelashes, because my natural lashes are non-existent. And then just popping on a mascara. For this I'm just using the Maybelline Lash Sensational. Got some! So yeah, I've got my mascara on. Lashes I go in with are Prima lashes in the shade Vein. Literally, these eyelashes are perfect for my eye shape. And I'm one of these bitches, if I find something, I stick with it. I just can't bring myself to change. So what I use is just the Duo glue. This is the Quickset one, which is the best because you've got your little wand to be able to pop it on the lashes. And like I said, it's Quickset, so you don't have to give it like this minute to get tacky. I tend to literally apply the glue, blow the glue, and I'll just go in from the top. And I'll push the outer edge on first. Sometimes it takes a few attempts to get your lashes to stick how you want them. Just pull that over a little bit, and then I'll pull this side down. There we are, we're stuck. Doing the other side exactly the same, how I just popped that one on. Just pop on in the middle. Voila! This is a Primark eyeliner, and I just run that up there just to blend that lash line in. Once they're on and they're dry and they're all in place, I have to curl my lashes. I don't know what it is, can't leave the house without doing it. So what I do, just be careful and make sure your lash is definitely dried. I'll wiggle the lash into the curler, and I'll do about 3 pumps at the bottom and then bring it like halfway up. 3 pumps there. Look, I don't know if you can tell a difference, but I see a difference, okay? I know it sounds crazy. There's not much difference, but I see it. With the other side. 3 at the bottom. It's just a tip I like to do just because I like my lashes to be quite prominent, so it just makes them like stand up. I don't know. Right, now, base. I'll come back to the eyes later. I need my Supply Carmex. If you know me, I can't live without Carmex. I'm going to go in with this one. It's just one I've been using recently to do my makeup, and it's the Pore Primer by Revolution Pro. I do always shake it because it can come out a bit funny, so I just pop a bit onto my hand. I said a bit. I've caked my hands in that. Rub it between my fingers and just pat it in where my pores need filling. And on my forehead. And then I'm not going to lie, I do just brush the excess around. But I just make sure I pat it right in here. Because, you know, we're getting old, pores are showing. My favourite foundation is the Huda Beauty Faux Filter High Coverage Cream Foundation, and mine's in the shade Latte, which is 300N. So this is my favourite foundation at the minute, just because it gives me that flawless coverage that I want. Because I'm a full coverage bitch. It is going to be a bit darker than my face just because I've fake tanned. But when it comes to my face, I don't fake tan with my tan. I do use a tanning water, which is a lot lighter. I've been going in with a brush to start with, and I've put way too much foundation on. This is just the Revolution Pro brush in 230. So this is what I've just been using to like do the start of my foundation. I can't get over how much I've put on. I'm gonna have to put some on my hand because it's just too much. And then I always take it onto my neck. Whatever's left on the brush, I don't physically apply it to my neck. Just to make sure we're blended. And I do also do my ears. just going to pat this in for a few minutes. Just pat it in first with the brush. Once we've got it all patted in, I will just go over with the sponge. This is the Morphe Beauty Sponge, so I just pat just so any of that excess that might be sitting on my face. I'm looking very flat. Concealer, and this is the Revolution Conceal and Define, and it's in the Infinite one. I think it is C3 the shade. What I do is I just put the concealer where I want it. And this is also where I will clean up under the eye. And I do take my concealer up here just for that like effect. And down the side of my nose. Put my concealer in the usual places. But I don't blend my concealer in straight away because I like to let it like sit for a few minutes. So kind of like, I don't know why I do this, but it's just something that I've been doing. So whilst it's sitting on my face, I just go in with my god, it's not sponsored by Revolution. I just clearly love their makeup products. The Revolution foundation stick. This is in the shade F13, and this is what I use for cream contour kind of bronzer. So I just do that while the concealer's sitting in. Just a little like blending brush. It does look quite harsh to start with, but once it's all blended, it goes quite nicely. I prefer to cream like bronze or cream contour, whatever you call it, just because I'm lazy and it saves the work when it comes to actually putting bronzer on. I've been debating doing that quick assumptions video that's all over YouTube at the minute. I don't know if to do it. I might film that tonight. Do I? Don't I? You'll see if I do, because it will go up after this video. Just going and blending my concealer. I've been using this brush, which I don't know where I got it from. It's one of them like toothbrush ones. And I just pat it in with this to start with. I do always go back in with the sponge, but I just like the way a brush keeps the coverage first. I'm going to look crazy because I don't blend it into the cream contour with this brush. I kind of just press the concealer in with the sponge first. I mean with the brush, and then I go in with the sponge. I do leave the concealer here quite sharp, which is something new to me. I never used to do that. I have been loving like a bright under eye, but then like a bronzy cheeks. I mean, each their own, makeup's makeup, do you know what I mean? So just pat that in with that just to keep it all smooth, and then I go back in with a foundation brush and just go over everything. This is the same brush that I used to put foundation on earlier. I've not put any product on it. I just use this just to blend that cream contour and concealer together, because sometimes it can look a bit crazy. Now I'm going to use the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I'm just going to put some in the other side, and I'm going to set underneath, well, I set my whole face with powder because I'm oily. I'm just going to pick it up on my sponge, pop it under my eye. And then just popping that anywhere I do put the concealer, and I do just set my whole forehead. There we go. To be honest, I do sit in the powder quite a bit, like I'm literally caking the powder on chin. And I do. I'll just go in and do a bit of contour and a little bit of bronzer while the powder's just sitting on my face. Literally just put a wash of colour. I use the Too Faced Cocoa Contour and I use the Dark Cocoa. So I just pick it up on this brush, which is actually from Prima, if I remember correctly. Pick it up and I literally just, I only pop this on my cheeks and my jawline. I feel like a bronzier look than I do a contoured look. And then I'm going in with my all-time favourite Matte Gimme Sun, and I do just use this BH Cosmetics brush. I'm not quite sure what it is, but it's just like a, yeah. So I just pick some of that bronzer. cheek, forehead, just literally the same places I put that cream contour. I always end up doing too much bronzer on my forehead. I do just run it down my nose, but because nose contour just don't suit me no matter how many times I try. Big fluffy brush and my bronzer and just run this down my neck. Just blending it into that contour. And here I will go in with brow gel, again from Revolution. Sorry guys, I just love the products. And just pop my brow gel in because I know there's not going to be any powders going near my eyebrows now. I'm going to dust off my powder with this Real Techniques big powder brush anyway, just to make sure there's no powder left. My oil's soaked up all the powder, which is what we want. Blush. Oh my god, everything's Makeup Revolution. It's cheap and it's amazing, so that's why I'm using it all. It's a Real Techniques. I think it is actually a blush brush. And what I do is I dip between this shade, and this shade. So I just do them three, just whack it on my face. And I do quite heavily apply blush. Can you see the powder flowing everywhere? I do also rub my blush over my nose and dab it a bit on my forehead just to blend it all in together. I do have like a little marking on my cheek here, which you probably could have seen better with no makeup on. I should have pointed it out. But it doesn't cover no matter how full coverage my foundation is. So I've just been enjoying darkening it. This is just the eyebrow pencil, the pencil that I used on my eyebrows. I may as well darken it. So what I'm going to do now before I finish my base is go in with my under eyes. Again, going back into the Dare to be Different, and I'm going to take these two colours. I'm going to take it on this flat brush and pack it quite heavily under my eyes. So I'm just going to mix the two shades. I'm not going to do one or the other. Once it's packed on, I'm just going to pick up the lighter shade on like a pencil kind of fluffy brush and just run it underneath to blend it out. But also run it into the corner to blend it into the corner. Again, on this side. I am going to do my highlighting and I'll finish off that inner corner bit as well. So to highlight, I always flick between these two. So it's the MAC Double Gleam and Laura Geller Gilded Honey. So I just use both. As you can tell, they're both ruined. I just like a natural glow. So I go between both and I'll highlight that inner corner and under the brow bone as well. And then just to highlight my face, again, just a BH Cosmetics brush and just go in between the two. And just in the normal highlighting places, just to add a little glow. And before I add bottom eye mascara, I'm just going to blend everything in with the same bronzer brush. And then I'm going to add Urban Decay All Night, a setting spray. I can't live without this. And I just literally drench my face. You ready? And just dry it. Then I go in with, I think this is just a number 7, but any brown mascara. I like to use brown mascara on my bottom eyelashes just so my top eyelashes stand out more. I'm going to go in with MAC Cork lip liner. Then haven't swayed away from this Primark lip cream in the shade Naked. It literally was £1 and it's my favourite lip. Just fill my lips in with this. And lastly but not least is a Kiko Milani lip gloss. This was the clear one, but obviously I used it on a nude lip so it gets nudie. The shade 1 for clear and the shade 19 is my favourite. Can't wait for lockdown to be over because I can go stock up on that because I've run out of that lip colour, the 19 shade. So yeah, the Kiko Milani lip glosses, if you haven't tried them, you need them. So I'm just going to pop that on. I just can't have a matte lip, I have to have glossy. Voila! Makeup is done. I feel like a new person. Yeah, there we are. This is my finished makeup look. This is my go-to glam at the minute. Whack on quick eyes and full coverage base. But yeah, this is the look. I will mention all the products that I've used down below. These are all my favourite go-to products that I don't tend to sway away from. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it, and if you did, please drop a little like down below and hit the subscribe button. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.